How everybody living? How everybody feeling on this wonderful Friday? Craig, peace. What's happening, my brother? Got some real important information, man. I want to do a little bit of venting today in regards to just healthy eating, healthy living in general. So hopefully y'all got about an hour and some change, man, to just tap in, listen to the kid build, man. You know, y'all add-ons are always welcome. So hopefully, man, y'all having a powerful Friday morning thus far. Going into the weekend on a powerful, efficient, healthy note. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to tune in before we really start diving into the subject matter for today. Magic Peace, what's happening with you, my brother? What's the word? How everybody holding up? How everybody living? But we're going to talk about health today, man. We're going to get y'all right today. Ray Peace, what's the word? Magic for sure. For sure, definitely forcing their agenda. Instead of forcing the agenda that would actually save the world, save the planet. They don't want to force that type of agenda on us. You know, they don't want to mandate things that actually solve these problems. Like, they don't want to do that. Hertz, peace, what's happening? Maze, peace, what's the word? Nick, my brother, peace. Appreciate you tapping in. Everything is peaceful. Everything is centered and balanced my way. Y'all already know, man. We always elevating. We always ascending, man. We always striving to be better than we was the day before. Always and forever. Master Tool for sure. Peace to you, by the way, but for sure. If they just mandated healthy eating, the world would be a much better place. All these again, where I'm at right now, if you drive out of this joint, make a left or a right, and you go down the street, before you hit the highway, man, you probably about to see 5 or 6 fast food joints. 5 or 6 fast food joints out the gate. And this before you even drive into a plaza and things of that nature, where you probably liable to come across more. Then you got these restaurants that serve a lot of trash foods and things of that nature. So it's like, man, you tear a lot of these joints down, man, and just force people to eat healthy, problem solved. But they want to mandate the wrong nonsense out here, man. They want to mandate things that can have harmful side effects and things of that nature. When in reality, we just need to mandate healthy living, healthy eating. That's, at the end of the day, that's the only mandatory thing that will solve these problems. Z, peace, what's the word? Craig, for sure. Tapping in live from work. Master 2 for sure. Yeah, Mac, you got McDonald's, you got White Castles, Burger Kings, Rallies, Checkers, whatever you want to call them. All of these places. Then when you go into the actual grocery store, you already know. You already know. Most of the food that's in the grocery store is trash in and of itself. Processed, you know what I'm saying? Boxed up and all that type of good stuff, man. All that type of good stuff, man. Then when you watching something, man, all the commercials, man, what they advertising for you to go consume, it's all death. But again, like I said, they want to mandate the wrong things. They want to mandate and focus on the wrong things, man. That's what we doing, and that's why again, as a country, as a nation, as a planet, we are sick. We are sick. Oh yeah, and then the only reason, and what's crazy is the only reason, because now you have a lot of these places, they trying to be vegan friendly, and the only reason that a lot of places are doing this because they see it as profitable. But even when they become vegan friendly, they don't necessarily serve the best vegan food. You know what I'm saying? So they become vegan friendly and they start serving, you know what I'm saying, like the little fake meats and stuff like that. So they serve those type of vegan foods even when they go vegan friendly. So it's still not a lot of vegetable, fresh produce type of consumption going on, even when a place is vegan friendly, man. They selling you the vegan food that ain't necessarily the healthiest. And they only doing that because it's profitable, because a lot of people are experimenting with that type of lifestyle. So they want to make it vegan friendly or plant-based friendly and things of that nature. So a lot of times when some of these places say that they are vegan friendly or they plant-based friendly, whatever they want to use, it's still not necessarily the healthiest option. And then even some of these places that make smoothies or sell smoothies, Their smoothies are so laced with a bunch of nonsense that the smoothies are not the healthiest. So even when people thinking they going to a place and they buying a smoothie, that smoothie is detrimental. That smoothie is not healthy. So they getting us across the board, man. They getting us across the board, man. A lot of times, man, we just need to stop being lazy and stop going to these places to get our smoothie, to get our so-called healthy foods. And it's best for us to just function at the crib and prepare our own smoothies and prepare our own food for the most part. You buying a smoothie from a place, man, and they got 1 million ingredients in the smoothie. 1 million ingredients in a smoothie. Smoothie ain't supposed to have all those ingredients, man. You supposed to keep it simple with a smoothie, man. They got 10, 15 ingredients in a smoothie. Some of everything in that smoothie, man. It's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that. Oh, Joshua, for sure. And I know some people like Europe, a lot of foods that we consume over here are definitely banned in parts of Europe and things of that nature. And then you have people, when they come from other countries and they abandon their traditional diets, and then they come over here to America and adopt the standard American diet, their health plummets, declines, and they start suffering from all these Western ailments that they were never suffering from in their native land. You know what I'm saying? So they come over here and they start eating the McDonald's. They start going to these fast food restaurants and they start adopting that standard American diet. Next thing you know, they got cancer, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol high. But when they was in their native land, they never suffered from any of that. When they was eating their native diet, they wasn't suffering from any of that. Then they come to America and adopt the standard American diet, and now they about to die in a matter of months. The standard American diet is very deadly, man. Very deadly. And for some people, it doesn't take much time for it to cause some damage. Oh, Hero, yeah. You say it's the agenda to put a chip in all of us. They already got the chip. Your cell phones, they already got us chipped up. These cell phones and all of these electronic devices, that's the chip right there. They already got it. They already got us chipped up. Like, they know everything. Your cell phone got all the information that they need. Your cell phone got all the information that they need. They don't need to put a chip in us physically because we got the cell phone. Whatever they need to know about us, they got us. They can track our locations, everything. Long as we got a cell phone on us, we got a chip. We chipped up. These cell phones, they got us. They got us with the cell phones. They got us. They literally got us. Like, they literally got us with the cell phone. So that's part one of the chip. That's part one of the chip. So now everything else that they doing after the cell phone is just to pacify us and keep us in that dumbed down state to where we don't rebel and we just follow their orders. You know, so everything else is part of that. You know, they got the cell phone, so we chipped up. They can track us via these cell phones, via these electronic devices, and now they must keep us passive so that we won't rebel and fight against the system. And that's where the food and all that type of stuff comes into play. All right, we're going to give them this food, and this food going to make them, like, the food alters us chemically, hormonally, and things of that nature. To the point we can't think for ourselves, or we can't think at all. Everything is distorted. Pineal gland is calcified, as they say, because of the additives and all of that nonsense in the food. Oh, yeah, Craig, you said they make us believe that it's cheaper to eat out. Yeah, for sure. And like I brought up the statistics on that, man. I posted it on the community board or whatever you call that joint. I posted that, and they said when you go plant-based, it's 50, I think it, what was it, 50%? I think it was 50%, man. Like, we spend less, basically. That's what the study indicated. That it's cheaper to go plant-based, it's cheaper to go vegan, especially when you start adding elements like fasting and things of that nature. Because the thing of it is, when you start to eat healthier, like, the longer you start to do it, the less you actually need to eat. Think about it. The reason why you need to eat so much when you eating garbage is because you are not fulfilling. The body is not receiving all the nutrients that it needs because you're consuming a lot of empty calories. Therefore, you must, like, the brain gonna keep sending off signals for you to consume food because it's still trying to get the nutrients. You're not supplying it with the nutrients when you consume a lot of these empty calories. So the brain just gonna continue to send off these signals to eat. Hey, you need to eat, man, because I need some vitamin C. I need some vitamin E. I need some vitamin B6. Like I need some potassium. I see that you eating, but you're not necessarily giving me what I need. So I'm gonna send off signals for you to eat more. So when you start supplying your body with what it actually needs, your mind is not gonna send off those signals because now it's satisfied. So the healthier that you eat, the less that you actually need to eat. And people don't understand that science. So the reason why people are always eating when they are eating trash, because they're consuming a lot of empty calories. And the body is not satisfied. It's not getting the proper nutrients. So as long as it's not getting the proper nutrients, it's going to continue to send off signals for you to eat. So people don't be understanding that. So the healthier you are, the less you actually need to eat. And that's some science for you. That's some science for you. When you supplying your body with what it needs, you're not going to need to eat that much because your body's going to be satisfied. It's like, all right, man, I got everything that I need. I don't need to eat anymore. But if you keep supplying your body with the empty calories, it's going to be like, all right, man, we need to eat. We need to eat because there's still some things that I'm missing. There's still some things that I need. You eating all these foods, but it's not supplying the nutrients. So send off a signal, stomach growl or something. I need to make them go to the kitchen and eat something. That's what's happening. That is what's happening, literally. Oh yeah, Master Two. They know what they doing when they start getting these athletes and these entertainers. Man, they'll go get full-fledged athletes to go promote something like Pepsi and Coke, and the athlete don't even drink it. But they'll go do the commercial. They'll go do a Sprite commercial, a Coke commercial. Whole while the athlete don't even drink the Coke or the Sprite. But they got them promoting them to the babies, to the kids. Like that's sick. Like, that's sick, man. That is sick. Got a whole athlete. Let's go get LeBron James and have him advertise Sprite and Pepsi, knowing he don't drink it. But let's go have him advertise it. When you see LeBron James, you a child, you see LeBron James drinking the Pepsi, drinking the Sprite, what you gonna do? Hey, LeBron James drinking the Sprite, Pepsi, so therefore it must be okay. Man, it's an illusion. He don't really drink it. It's advertising, man. Advertising. The wife is in the building. Y'all say peace to the wife if y'all have not already did that. Oh, yeah, Hero. Yeah, most of these rappers, especially on the mainstream level, are big time sellouts. That's why I don't really entertain a lot of them, man. So I don't entertain a lot of them. Man. They promote destruction, but then in the background, they the healthiest individuals. But they promoting the destruction to the people. So I don't support nothing like that. Yeah, Craig, and I said that a minute ago in one of my streams. People talk about conveniency. People talk about it's convenient. The funny thing about that, since this whole pandemic, you can no longer use that as justification. Because every time I drive past these fast food restaurants, the lines are out into the street. So it is not convenient. Man, people are waiting 40 minutes to get through the drive-thru. So it's no longer convenient. And that right there destroys the myth. It's not about convenience. It's about us being addicted. So that convenience, like that excuse is dead, because when this pandemic hit and these drive-thrus were packed out in the street, people were still waiting in these long lines. People were still waiting 40, 45 minutes to get that White Castles, to get that McDonald's, to get that Burger King, to get that Popeyes. So no longer can people say it's more convenient, because I've seen people sit in these long lines for the fast food when you could have been in and out of the grocery store in that amount of time. In that amount of time, you could have been in and out of the grocery store. You about to wait 40 minutes and then complain about the service. And then complain about how slow the line is moving. Like, you gonna do that? Like, that's what people were doing. They sitting in these long lines, waiting 40, 45 minutes, complaining about it, then complain about the service, then complain about the food. A whole while you could have went, got you some bananas, got you some fresh produce, and you would have been all good. Dakota, appreciate that donation. Lindell, peace, what's happening? And then I have a client. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy the world we live in. I had a client, because y'all know this whole food stamp pandemic. They giving people a lot of funds with the food stamps. So they going to these grocery stores and they buying up everything. So I had a client was like, man, they went to the grocery store and they was like, man, the shelves were empty. But they was like, guess what? Guess what wasn't empty? Y'all already know the answer to that. She was like, I was able to get all the fruits and veggies, but I couldn't get no meat. I couldn't get none of that because the shelves were empty. So they bought up all the meat. So they got these food stamps, bought up all the meat, bought up all the junk food, bought up all of that. But the fruits, like the frozen fruits, the fresh fruits, the veggies and all of that, good to roll. We good there. But we going to buy up all the meat. We going to buy up all the junk food. And then we wonder why we so sick. We wonder why it don't take anything for us to acquire a virus and things of that nature. Come on now. Look at what we buying. They gave you all this food stamp money and you went and bought all the trash food. And we wonder why these kids are getting sicker at younger ages. We wonder why we dropping like flies. We wonder why we looking so old when we 30. Like, it's crazy. Look at what we buying. They gave y'all all this money, $3,000-$4,000 food stamps, and y'all bought the worst food possible. Bought the worst food possible. Worst food possible. And y'all want to consider somebody that actually cares about what they put in their body the problem. But y'all took this food stamp money and y'all bought the worst food possible. Worst food possible. Come on now. What we doing? Bought the worst food possible. With all of these food stamps, I'm telling y'all, seen it. And I got clients, man, say that the shelves empty. Couldn't find the meat. Couldn't find no meat. Couldn't find no this, that, and the third. Couldn't find no cheese. Like, all of the stuff that we shouldn't be eating was gone. But she was like, I went right to the fruits, right to the veggies, was able to get all of that. Was able to get whatever I wanted in that section. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. And that's the thing, sitting and waiting, but we can no longer use the convenient thing as an excuse. That ain't convenient. Like, convenient is me being able to go in and out in less than 5-10 minutes, things of that nature. When you sitting 40 minutes waiting for some food, that is not convenient. That's you being addicted, and you about to use everything as justification. You about to say, well, I'd rather sit than go and walk. Well, that's just you being lazy. See, that's justifying it. But that still doesn't make it right and exact because it's not convenient. Anytime I got to wait 40 minutes for some food, the convenient excuse, the convenient argument is dead. That's not convenient. That's not convenient. It's called fast food for a reason. We supposed to be in and out of that joint. That's literally what it's called. It's called fast food. The moment that it takes 40 minutes for you to receive it is no longer convenient. Now you just making excuses as to why you are literally addicted to the food. No matter how long it's going to take you to get it, you're going to sit and wait. You're going to sit and wait. So it ain't even about convenience. So a lot of people wanted to use that, but it ain't about that. It's about we are addicted. And like I said, you want to prove the addiction, just ask people to go without it. And you see how hard it is for people to go without it. And that shows and proves the addiction. You know how many times I done tried to get people to fast and they can't even go 24 hours, like they break, they fold. I'm like, man, and sometimes not even a full water fast. I'll just be like, don't eat cheese for a day. And they be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I made it all the way up until 9 o'clock and I folded and I ate the cheese. Simple stuff like that. That shows an addiction. Or I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Go without meat for a day. And they be like, man, I don't know if I can do that. It's like, that's crazy. You don't think that you can go 24 hours without a certain food. Not just 24 hours with water, but you don't think you can go 24 hours without a certain food, man. That's a big addiction. Like, we are addicted to a lot of things that's killing us. We addicted to meat. We addicted to the dairy products. We addicted to the sodas. We addicted to the alcohols. We addicted to all of that. We addicted to the junk food. I mean, man, we are addicted to a lot of things that are harming us. A lot of things that are harming us. We addicted. We addicted to the Starbucks. We addicted to the energy drinks. We addicted to all of that. We addicted to all of it. We addicted to it. We addicted to all of that. And it's little stuff like that, like Starbucks. Prime example. Man, you know how much money people could save? Like, man, Starbucks is, man, people addicted. People addicted to the Starbucks and people addicted to the energy drinks. We addicted, man. We addicted. We addicted to all the things that's detrimental, and then we gonna justify the addictions. We gonna justify the addictions, man. Instead of us admitting we addicted, we justifying it. Oh man, it ain't that bad. I only do one, you know what I'm saying? I only do this. I only eat it 2 times a day. That can't be too bad. It probably is. It probably is. Probably is. Oh, definitely addicted to the meds, and that's by design. You know what I'm saying? Get them addicted to the foods that's going to make them need the meds, and then they get the meds, and now they addicted to both. They're addicted to the trash foods that put them on the meds, and now they're addicted to the meds that ain't really doing nothing. You know what's crazy? I was reading a book, and I'm gonna drop a Jew. I was reading a book, and it was talking about what was the disease that it was? So it was talking about Alzheimer's. So it was talking about one of the causes of Alzheimer's basically being high cholesterol. And they proceeded to say in that book, he proceeded to break down how high cholesterol leads to Alzheimer's. And then they talked about the statin drugs, basically the drugs designed to lower your cholesterol. What's crazy about that? The high cholesterol, high cholesterol is known to cause Alzheimer's. So basically gives you issues with your brain. So then they give you a statin drug to lower your cholesterol. One of the side effects of the statin drugs that lower cholesterol is what? Short and long-term memory loss. How does that make any sense? How does that, please tell me how that make any sense? One of the causes of Alzheimer's is high cholesterol. So then we give you a drug to lower the cholesterol. The side effect of that drug to lower the cholesterol is long and short-term memory loss. Basically, you still gonna get Alzheimer's. So basically, you still getting Alzheimer's either way you go. Like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever read in my life. And people gonna fall right for it. They're gonna take the meds instead of opting for the natural route. Literally, lowering your cholesterol is the easiest thing on the planet. Easiest thing on the planet. Just stop eating the meat, stop consuming the dairy products. Your body literally produces the amount of cholesterol that it needs via the liver. So you don't need any extra cholesterol. You don't need any extra cholesterol. So if your cholesterol is high, it's probably more than likely 99% of the time caused by you consuming foods that contain saturated fats, trans fats, and then like dietary fats, basically your animal products, eggs, dairy, meat, junk food. Those are the foods that contain high amounts of saturated fats, trans fats, and then the dietary fats. Like, literally. So if you want to lower the cholesterol and get rid of that problem, then all you got to do is stop consuming those foods. It's literally that simple. But we'll go take a drug for that, with the side effect being what we trying to avoid. Come on now, that's how they get us. That's how they get us, man. We trying to dodge an issue, so they give us the med where the side effect is still going to lead to the issue that we trying to dodge. So you got heart conditions and you trying to dodge a heart attack or like the heart disease. So you go take the drug and the side effect is probably heart attacks and things of that nature. Like, that's the type of game that they be playing with us. Like, that's the type of games that they be playing with us. Oh yeah, he ruled it. They'll never occur. Matter of fact, I got plenty of clients. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got plenty of clients that I have suggested fasting to them, and they told me off the bat that they was like, their doctor said they can't fast. So I got plenty of clients that are diabetic, dealing with all type of ailments, like they may have iron issues, and the doctor told them that they cannot fast. That is further from the truth. But you ain't gonna be able to argue with a person that they finna believe they doctor over you. They think the doctor knows all. So at that point, I gotta leave it alone. But I got plenty of people that's on the meds, plenty of clients that's on the that's on certain medications, and they doctor that told them that they can't fast. So I said, man, you gonna forever be on that medication. You gonna forever be on that medication, and that's what they designed. That's how they designed it. King Ramsey, you say it again. That went over your head. You talking about on the trans fat. So I said basically, if you striving to get rid of the cholesterol issue, then you want to avoid consuming the foods that contain the saturated fats, the trans fats, and the dietary fats. And that's basically your animal products, your eggs, your meat, your dairy, and your junk food. Those are the foods that contain high amounts of saturated fats, trans fats, and a dietary fat. If you see trans fat on anything, it's best to not consume that at all. It's best to not consume that at all. Yeah, listen, man, listen. I had one person that listened to me, one diabetic that listened to me on the fasting tip, and she was like, man, her blood sugar levels ain't never been that low. So I had one that kind of listened. I don't know if she's still listening, you know what I'm saying? But she listened one time and she fasted, and she was like, man, her blood sugar levels ain't never been that low. You know what I'm saying? It was a great sign. But the rest of them, man, you know what I'm saying? The doctor is in their head. Doctors in their head. Like, they got people afraid to fast. I'm talking about fasting is one of the age-old practices that done cured a lot of ailments. And they got people afraid to basically follow nature. They got us deviating from nature, and we wonder why we stay sick all the time, because we deviating from nature. We deviate from nature. We going against nature. We going against the way nature intended for us to live. Like, that is killing us, man. That's killing us. We are deviating from nature. If you just follow nature in regards to the natural laws and how we should be eating, then we would be good. We would be good. A lot of these holy books, a lot of these books that we follow, they literally tell you that. So if we just followed those rules and regulations, we would be good. We would not need any intervention. We would not need any medication. We would be good. Let the food be thy medicine, as they say. Like, we would be good if we just followed nature. We just lived according to nature. Like, nature got all the answers that you need. Nature has all the medicine out there without you having to go into a lab and concoct something. Like, no, nature has it for you. It's all out there. It's all out there. The answer is in nature. Again, study an animal. Study an animal. Just study the animals. I say this all the time. When an animal gets sick, what do? When an animal gets sick, what do? They rest. They don't want to eat. The animal, like, instinctively knows fasting is the answer. So when the animal is not feeling good, the animal like, man, I ain't trying to eat. I'm finna rest real quick. I'm resting. I don't want to eat. I don't want to chase. I don't have the energy to chase that food, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to rest. I'm going to rest, and that's how I'm going to get my strength back. That's what an animal does. That's what an animal does. And then, since we think that we meat eaters by nature, since they think that that's the natural way, nature's way, when you see an animal that's actually a carnivore by nature, how do they go get their meat? Do they go chase their meat down, then go put it in the grill, or put it on the grill, put it in the microwave, put it in the oven? When do you see carnivores in nature doing that? Since we think that that's how we design to eat by nature, how many animals do you see that are carnivorous by nature? How many times do you see that? How many times you go see them chase down they prey and then say, hold on, I chased them down, now I got to go put this on the grill. I chased down my prey, I got to put them on the grill real quick before I consume it. I got to put them in the microwave, I got to warm it up. I got to put it in the oven, I got to sprinkle some seasoning on this joint. That ain't how they rocking in nature. That ain't how they doing it. That is not how they doing it. So why we think that's how we design to eat by nature? For some reason, we think we design to eat like that by nature. All right, go ahead and go out there, catch your prey, and then just eat it as is. You're not going to do that. First of all, you're probably not going to go out there and catch the prey. You're probably not going to do it. Like they said, if most Americans had to go kill their own, like kill the animal to eat it, we have a lot more vegetarians. Flat out, 100%. We have a lot more vegetarians if you had to go out there and literally kill it and eat it. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, Jesse, for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do, like I said, all you got to do is analyze nature. That's the key. Analyzing nature. Analyzing nature. Since we think we are naturally designed to eat a certain type of way, just analyze the actual, like, you could just analyze nature because they out here. The carnivores are out there in nature. Go analyze a carnivore. Go break down the anatomy of a carnivore. Go break down the physiology of a carnivore and go let me know if we are similar. Go break down the carnivores, man. Go break down the animal that you know is a carnivore. Go break them down. Like, this is homework. Go break them down, compare them to yourself, and see are y'all similar. I guarantee you the answer is no. So stop thinking that we designed to eat that way because we not. Quit thinking that. Stop thinking it. Stop thinking it. Like, this is the information that they don't want to get out here, man, because again, like they've had us tricked for so long, man. Like I was breaking down on Facebook, man, just dairy in and of itself, how deadly dairy is, and how they didn't misled us into believing that we need dairy for strong bones. Man, I got personal examples of that being a myth. For one, again, like I say, it's 20. Listen, we shouldn't be believing that, man. We should no longer be believing that. We should no longer be believing that we need milk and dairy products for strong bones, like that should be, like that has been debunked. It's been debunked. Like at this stage in the game, if you still drinking cow's milk, man, you just choosing to just kill yourself, man. That's suicide. Because everybody done told you how deadly that milk is, man. Everybody done told you how deadly the dairy is, man. That's not supplying you with the strong bones, man. You're not getting strong bones from consuming or drinking the milk. That's making your bones weaker, man. I know plenty of people. I played football, man. I played football with some dudes, man, that drink a lot of milk. I'm talking about 5 or 6 glasses at a time, man, when we was eating, drinking milk, and stayed fracturing the bones. Stayed hurt. Bones was frail and fragile. That's because that milk is stripping the calcium from your bones because the milk is so mucus forming and so acidic. So in order for the body to neutralize that, it has to strip the calcium because the calcium is a good buffer. So the calcium is utilized to neutralize the acidic nature of the milk. So instead of the body getting the calcium from the milk, it's actually forcing the body to strip the calcium from the bones to neutralize the acidic nature of the milk. So again, tell me why I need to drink milk. People can't even give you good answers. Once you give them that game, there's no reason for me to drink milk. There's no reason for me to drink milk once I break that down to you. There's no reason for you to drink milk once I break it down. Because the only reason why you think you need the milk is because of the calcium. And once I break that down to you, now you no longer have a reason. And we ain't even gonna get started on the cheese. I mean, I got clients, man, that when they let the cheese go, like ailments have disappeared. Man, the cheese is like literally crack. It's literally, I mean, food is a drug in and of itself, man, but the cheese is literally like crack. Literally. Just do the knowledge of cheese, man. I broke this down, so I don't have to keep doing it. But just do the knowledge of cheese, man. It's just crack, man. It's literally opioids in that joint, man, that literally make you fiend for the cheese. Hence why you feel like you can't give up the cheese, because it's literally drugs in that cheese, man. Drugs that are making you addicted to the cheese. Like dairy is one of the most toxic foods you can be consuming. One of the most toxic foods you can be consuming. That dairy is killing you. I'm telling you, it is wreaking havoc on your digestive system. It is wreaking havoc on you internally. It is wreaking havoc on you mentally. Let go of the dairy. Just let go. Let it go. If you don't let go of anything else, let go of the dairy. Let it go today, not tomorrow, not a week from now. Let it go right now, today. That dairy is trash. It is killing you. It is destroying you. It's just way too acidic. Way too acidic. Way too acidic. And it's literally making your bones weak. Making your bones weak, man. It's tearing you up. Making you more susceptible to heart disease, man. Clogging the arteries and things of that nature. Cholesterol skyrocketing. All of that. All of that. All of that, man. That's literally what it's doing. Like, come on now. Any ailment that you complaining about right now, if you consuming dairy, that dairy is probably linked to it. If you consuming meat, the meat is probably linked to it. Any ailment that you face with right now today, that meat is probably linked to it. That dairy is probably linked to it. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. Guarantee you 100% is more than likely linked to all of that. That junk food is more than likely linked to all of that. The answer is in the diet. The answer is in what you are eating. But they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to believe or know that all of these ailments are linked to what you are consuming and then how you think it. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that you can reverse these ailments by thinking a certain type of way, by resting, by eating, by drinking the water, by exercising, by stretching, things of that nature. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that. It's the trick knowledge that we like to talk about, man. That is what we talk about. That's what it is. It's trick knowledge. They tricking you with their knowledge. And they like to use the term science. Like they want to create these scientific articles, and they want to tell you all these experts are writing about why you should be consuming dairy, why the keto diet is this, that, and the third. And they utilize the term science as if just because something has the label science to it that it cannot be corrupted. Science has been corrupted. They have paid scientists to come out here and lie to people like this is happening. So for the fact that people think science can't be corrupted, that's a problem in and of itself. It's a problem in and of itself. You done read an article that told you keto is the way to go, and you think it's accurate because they say something about science in it. Like that science ain't been corrupted, like they can't pay off the scientists. Come on, man, the scientists have been paid off. Everybody has a price, man. Come on. You think these scientists ain't got no, like, come on, man. You don't think it's an agenda? You don't think they using the scientists to push their agenda? Come on. Come on now. Game changer, peace, peace. Oh, yeah, head Hebrew. Yes, your body literally will tell you that. It's a kinesiology practice that actually, like, that you can actually, like, execute that will show and prove what is good for the body. And I've talked about this test multiple times. I've done the test. All you got to do, if you want to know if something is good or bad for you, literally, all you have to do, you could do it with a partner, but I forgot how the one with a partner goes. So I don't want to try to quote it, but I know how to do the one by yourself. All you got to do, if you want to know if something is bad for you, it's literally a test. Literally, you can literally do this with everything and anything that contains chemicals, that contains ingredients. All you got to do, stand up in a relaxed state. I'm talking about close your eyes, whatever product it is that you testing, close your eyes, stand up, get relaxed, hold that product up to your heart, up to the chest, and your body will either sway forward or backwards. If it sways forward, then that means that product is good for you. If you go backwards, then that means the product is no good. If y'all think I'm lying, test it out. Go find you a product that you know is bad, stand up in that relaxed state, guarantee you going backwards. So if you on the fence about something, all you got to do, stand up in that relaxed state, grab a product, put it to the chest, and I guarantee you either going to go forward or backwards. Guarantee you. You're going to go one way or the other. So if you want to test something, if you want to see if something is good or bad for you, hold it up to the chest, relax. Like you literally, like, relaxation is key in this. You got to relax, man. You can't be thinking about it. You got to relax. Stand up in a relaxed state, get comfortable, stand with your eyes closed, and your body going to go forward or backwards. Guarantee you. You can even apply this to like goals in life. So like if you want to pursue something in life and you on the fence about it, and you need to get confirmation from self, you can stand up in that same relaxed state and repeat the goal to yourself. Like, should I do this, that, and the third? Should I do this, that, and the third? You keep repeating it to yourself. Guess what? Your body going to go forward or backwards. Your body going to either say, yep, you should do this, or it's going to be like, nope, it's going to go backwards. Yeah, you shouldn't do this. Gary, if y'all think I'm playing, man, go ahead and practice it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Just, man, it's like a mind muscle test. I forgot the actual name for the test, so I just break down the test and how it goes, because I forgot the actual name. It's like mind muscle. It's like it's in kinesiology. So when you study kinesiology, you come across this test, but it's like a mind muscle test or whatever the case may be. Nice, peace, what's happening? Nikki, you say, what is black seed oil good for, man? Black seed oil is one of them super joints, good for everything, man. It's like a cleanser. It's good for the skin, good for the digestive system, man. It's good for the heart, good for all of that. Good for the brain, good for the immune system. Black seed oil is one of them joints. One of them joints. Master 2, I'm telling y'all, man, but the key here, you got to relax yourself. I'm telling y'all, man, that joint work is pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. Literally, when I did it, it's like everything that I figured was bad, I leaned back, almost fell on my back. So if you on the fence, if you suspect on something, just do that test. Like you like, man, I don't know if this is good or bad for me. Just do the test. Your body ain't gonna lie. Body don't lie. Hey, Hebrew, there you go. Gotta keep it. Gotta keep it. Yeah, sneaky, man. I'm telling y'all, man, that cheese, man, is poison. Poison. We consuming a lot of poison, man. That's why I say they need to eliminate, they need to outlaw, they need to ban these foods. And like my brother said earlier, don't act like that's far-fetched. Because in other countries, like some of these toxic foods are literally banned. So this country has the ability to make this nation healthier, to make this country, I should say, healthier. Because they can literally ban the foods that are poisonous. They have done it in other countries. So don't act like it's far-fetched. They just don't want to do that because they want to keep y'all in a certain state. They literally had a power to ban these foods. They definitely had a power to do that, but they're not going to exercise that power. They're not going to exercise that power. Frankie, peace, what's happening? Yeah, just if you got a lot of toxic foods, you about to be going backwards, man. You about to be swaying backwards. God, peace. Nice, you say I need to go on an extended fast. Any suggestions? I would make sure you ease into that fast. Ease into that extended fast and get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? So fruits and veggies, man, for like probably 3 to 5 days before you go ahead and transition into the fast. So really just clean the system out before you go into that fast, man. So just organic fruits and veggies before you take on that extended fast, man, just to give your body time to like adapt to like cleansing itself. So don't just wake up and go right into that extended fast. You want to just kind of ease into that joint. I would say do some like small fast before you actually do the extended fast. So do like some 2-day joints a few times and then hit a 3-day joint. And then you work your way up into that extended fast. So I wouldn't even go right into it, man. I would just work my way up, do some small fast, man. Just get the body ready for it. Yeah, definitely get the body ready for that joint. Yeah, that's all they promote, sickness. They promote sickness and death. But the longer they can keep you sick, the more money they make. So they definitely want you to be sick for a long period of time, hence all these treatments and these medications. If we can keep them sick for a longer period of time, we can make more money off of them. And that's the goal. All the concierge for sure. Big time in the pockets. Sherwin, appreciate that donation. Yeah, sneaky man. Hey, big man. Listen, they got us, man. They got us under a spell. They got us under a spell. We don't even realize it. Like I said, people don't even realize that they are under this spell. People don't even realize that they are being deceived, that they are being manipulated. People don't realize it. And that's the worst kind of slave. Like a lot of times people say, man, y'all got it good in America, man. Like look at other countries and things of that nature. Now I've broken down this difference. I said the difference is the other countries is overt. So they know like that they are enslaved. They know that it's rough over here. Here in America, we are living an illusion. We delusional. We think everything is all good here, but it's not. We don't even realize how enslaved we are to our own thoughts, to the foods, to their agenda out here. We don't even realize it. We think we free, but we not. And we don't realize, and that's the worst slave. That's the worst slave. That's the worst slave. Greg, peace, what's happening? That's the worst type of slave, man. That's the worst slave, one that thinks he's free, the one that thinks she's free, and they are not. The worst slave. Yeah, Greg, that's what I'm saying. They should mandate it all. Everybody should. Man, you got certain parts of the country where they have mandatory nap time. Like it's mandatory that people take naps. Like, come on, man. Like you got places in the world like that. They need to make like everybody needs to be exercising. Like if y'all really want to kill this whole situation, make it that it's mandatory that y'all exercise. It's mandatory that y'all eat 6 or 7 servings of fruits and veggies a day. It's mandatory that y'all drink a gallon of water. Like make that type of stuff mandatory. Push and promote that. But we already know. We already know what's happening. Oh, the boss for sure. And that's, again, trick knowledge. That's manipulation. That's manipulation. Appreciate the donation, by the way. Frankie, you said what kind of standards you have for females when you was dating. See, the thing about standards, like I said, I never have expectations. And that, like, you know what I'm saying? And when I started studying Buddhism and things like that, man, they talk about detachment, eliminating expectations. Like, nah, I don't come in the game with no expectations. I only have like standards for myself. And what I mean by standards for myself, it's like I basically live by the golden rule. Like you receive what you put out, you know. So if I live in a righteous manner, then that's what I'm gonna receive. And that applies to relationships and things like that, man. You get what you put out. So if you are righteous, man, if you just an upstanding brother that stands on his square all the time, like you gonna receive exactly what it is that you need to complement you and balance you out. Like that's exactly what you're gonna receive. So it ain't no sense. I don't need to come in the game with all these type of standards and all these type of expectations for another person. No, I just live righteously, and exactly what I need, I receive it. I attract it to my life. I attract it to myself. It's really that simple. So I'm not about to tell somebody they need to act, they need to do this, they need to do that, they need to do this, they need to do that. No, I'm gonna live righteously. And if I live righteously, then it's magnetic. Then the people around me, then they gonna gravitate towards it if they feel like it benefits them. And there we go. We got one big happy and healthy family. So all you got to do is focus on yourself and live righteously. That's all you got to do. Focus on yourself and live righteously, and you're going to attract everything that you need. You're going to attract everything that you need. If you got kids, best thing to do, focus on yourself, live righteously. Then your kids going to follow suit. They going to look up to their father like, dad, man, dude out here ain't eating this, that, and the third. Even when he go out to function, I want to be like him. They ain't going to gravitate towards it. They going to gravitate towards it. Just live righteously, man. You don't even got to have no standards for other people. Just live righteously, man. That's the standard. Live righteously. Live righteously, man. Live righteously. That's real simple, man. You live righteously, man. What they say, you get what you give. You get what you give, man. Live righteously. Live righteously, man. We too worried about other people. We too worried about other people. We keep neglecting ourselves, man. We too worried about other people and how we want other people to be. Whole while we be neglecting ourselves and how we need to be. And that's part of the problem. All this energy that I'm dishing out in regards to my expectations for another person, I'm neglecting my own health and well-being. I'm neglecting my own righteousness. I'm neglecting my own flaws, faults, and weaknesses and things like that. And I'm telling somebody else that they need to be near perfect just to be with me. Whole while I'm running from my imperfections. I'm running from my flaws and my problems. Stop doing that. You focus on yourself. Like I said, you're going to get exactly what you need. You're going to get exactly what you need. Always, man, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, man. Focus on yourself. Knowledge of self. Focus on yourself. When you focus on yourself, when you master self, you mastering life around you. When you master self, you mastering the universe at the same time. Because you are a reflection of that. It's the macrocosm, it's the microcosm. We are the microcosm. We are the microcosm, man. The universe is the macro. You know what I'm saying? On a larger scale. So we reflections of that universe. And when you master yourself, you mastering life around you. So it's easy. But we don't have ourselves figured out, but we think we got everybody else figured out. Don't work like that. You can't master the macro without mastering the micro. You can't master the outer without mastering the inner first. It's an inside job, so you got to focus on mastering the inner first. So that should always be the focus, man. Master the inner first. When you master the inner first, man, the external ain't going to be a problem. It ain't going to be a problem. Ain't gonna be a problem at all. You're gonna be so in tune, like you're gonna pick up on everything. You're gonna be so in tune because you done mastered the internal, you done mastered the inner world. And the outer world is just a big reflection of the inner world. So you good. Oh, Greg, for sure. Man, I done had plenty of people, man, when it comes to the jab, the hook, you know what I'm saying, the uppercut, whatever we want to call it. I had plenty of people, man, I just got it just because. And the crazy thing about it, the reasoning that people are using is making me laugh. Like, it's almost laughable. Oh, man, I just got the jab, you know what I'm saying, because, man, I got these kids, you know, I said I'll be around my kids, and I'm just doing it to protect my kids, because they got asthma, they got this, that, and the third. So I just got the jab, you know what I'm saying, to make sure they were safe. That don't even make any sense. So you got the jab to protect your kids because they got ailments, and the whole reason why they got the ailment, like you still feed them the foods that's contributing to the ailment. That don't even make any sense. So what are you saying? You literally still not protecting your child. You still feeding them the dairy if they got asthma. That's the reason why they got the asthma in the first place, probably, because the dairy was being consumed while they was in the womb, and even before they got here. That's one of the causes of asthma, of childhood asthma, dairy. So you probably still feeding them the dairy products. So you're not saving them. You're not saving the child by getting a jab. You still feeding them the dairy products. They still eating the junk food. They still drinking the sodas, all of that. So how are you protecting your child? Because you got a jab, because you got a hook. Like, how are you saving them? How are you protecting them? That don't even make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, heck yeah, for sure. Detachment, man. The art of detachment. And I live and die by that, man. The art of detachment, righteous, man. Righteous. Like when y'all study 42 laws of Ma'at, like, and the declarations that they had to make each day. Like, I did not lie, I did not cheat, I did not steal, I did not do these things, man. Like, if we had to do that on a daily basis, recite these things, like, it forces you to be introspective every day. Like, that's how our ancestors lived. They basically had to reflect on their day or their day each night. Before they went to bed, they had to say, man, I did not do this, I did not do that, I did not do this. If you did that joint, then you couldn't say it. So you had to reflect on your day each night before you laid it down. That's how our ancestors lived. Anais, you say, how do you stop caring about what people think? I just need some pointers. Like I said, the art of detachment helped me with that, because at the end of the day, I just realized you can't control, like what they say, focus on what you can't control. It's cliche, but when you really embrace it and accept that cliche phrase and actually apply it to your life, then that's when things will change for you, because you literally cannot control the perceptions of other people. So why even focus on it? And like I said, what you focus on grows. So if you start focusing on how people will perceive you, then guess what? That's going to grow. So you cannot focus on it. Like, focus is everything. Focus is everything. Focus in, like, when you focus on something, it inflates it. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot focus on the perception of other people, because you can't control that. But if you continue to focus on how everybody will perceive moves that you make, then the anxiety is going to grow. The anxiety is going to get worse. The anxiety is going to inflate. So it's best not to even focus on that. So I literally don't even focus on it. If it's something that I know I need to do, I just do it. I ain't worried about what somebody else thinks. If I know that this is something that I need to do and I know it's going to contribute to my growth and development, then I'm doing it. The moment I sit and wonder and ponder, man, I wonder what they going to think about this. It's too late at that point. I'm going to talk myself right out of it. So if it's something that I came across that I know I need to do, I just do it. So I tell that to everybody, just do it. Let's do it. You'll figure it out on the way. Just do it, though. The moment you sit and think about it, you're going to talk yourself right out of it. You're going to talk yourself right. You're going to get right into your own head. Armand, you say, how many calories should we get in a day? That actually depends, man. Now that's something where I got to say it depends. It depends on, like, how much you weigh. It depends on your goals. Like, it depends on what you're striving to accomplish. I'm not a calorie counter, so I don't really count calories. But that depends. Like, if you striving to lose weight, then I'm going to have a different recommendation. If you striving to put on muscle, then I have a different recommendation. If you striving to maintain, recommendation is different. Like, I literally have a scale at my gym that basically gives people what is called a BMR. And that's basically the amount of calories that they recommend that you consume on a daily basis. Like, you should at least consume that amount of calories, and that number differs. And it fluctuates based on your weight. So I don't really have a set number of calories that everybody should consume. The number that I've seen, like the range that I've seen typically is like 1,800 to 2,000. Jason, peace, what's happening? Oh, sneaky for sure, man. You know they lied about that. Oh, Sherwin, you say health will be the next Civil War? Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. Like, for real, like, and people, like, they don't have to, like, people, they don't have to wipe us out at this point. Like they don't have to, you know what I'm saying, load up on the guns and, like, literally, like, we literally wiping ourselves out via our lifestyle choices. Literally. So, like, we literally killing ourselves, man. Like, we are literally doing that. Like, literally. Like, there's no need for them to really get aggressive in wiping us out, because we literally killing ourselves. Like, they got us to that point. They got us so bamboozled psychologically that we participating in our own, like, suicide. Like, we literally killing ourselves, man. When we dying of all these ailments and diseases, man, and it's a harsh reality, but we brought it upon ourselves for the most part with our lifestyle choices. You couldn't let go of the alcohol. You couldn't let go of the meat. You couldn't let go of the junk food. You couldn't let go of the cigarettes. Like, that's causing your situation. So when it's time, like, when it's that time, when you faced with that particular ailment, like you brought that upon yourself via your lifestyle choices. We got to understand that we got to start holding ourselves accountable. Like, we got to start holding ourselves accountable, man. Like, it sounds harsh, like I said, but it is what it is. It's a harsh reality. I've lost plenty of family members, man, due to like health-related issues, but it was on them. It was on them, man. They knew what they needed to do. They went to doctors that told them that they need to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? And that'll help them kind of not succumb to this condition. They did it for a while, then got right off the, you know what I'm saying, got off the wagon, and then there you go. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, like, you making decisions that could lead to your death, you got to know and understand that that's a consequence. So when it happens, like, it's sad, it's messed up, but it's not surprising. And I'm not about to sit around and mope and cry about it, because the person made decisions that they knew could contribute to that. You know what I'm saying? So I like, listen, at the end of the day, we just got to make better decisions. You know, so at the end of the day, we got to make better decisions. Frankie, yeah, the skinny fat is a big problem. Y'all know skinny fat, basically, what skinny fat is, and I'm gonna tell you how skinny fat comes about. That's basically when you see the skin, like a person that's not necessarily obese, but they still got like that loose fat. And a lot of times that is the result of a person losing weight via just eating and cardio. So they wasn't doing any strength training. They wasn't lifting weights. Like, they wasn't lifting heavy weights and things of that nature. They just did cardio, and they just changed the way that they was eating to lose weight. So when people take that route, then they gonna have what is called skinny fat. And a lot of people don't like that look. So then that's when they come to me and say they want to tone up. So to get rid of skinny fat, to the best of your abilities, you gotta lift weights hard. Like, you gotta hit the weights hard. You gotta lift heavy, man. You gotta lift weights. You gotta lift weights. You gotta do HIIT training and things like that. You gotta build muscle. So a lot of time when you see that skinny fat, man, people then just did a bunch of cardio and they changed the way that they was eating and they lost the weight, but they not liking the way that it looks because it's that skinny fat that we talking about. Yeah, nice. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I said, diabetes, like, essentially that's what got my grandmother. But like I said, she knew how I was eating too. She knew how my grandfather was eating. Essentially, she's making decisions. You know what I'm saying? People, they gonna make decisions. So at that stage, at the end of the day, man, that's out of my control. That's out of my control. You can't make somebody eat in a certain type of way, even if they facing a situation that could essentially take them out of the game. Like, if they making those decisions, man, it is what it is. You got to know and understand it's a consequence behind those decisions, and that consequence can be death. So like I said, we just got to be mindful. We got to be mindful of those decisions that we make, man. We digging our own graves, man. We digging our own graves. Oh, yeah, head Hebrew, and that's why we talk about just unlearning, deprogramming, and you got to reprogram the self. Like, black people, we got to unlearn everything that we was taught when we were kids. We got to unlearn most of that, because most of that was a lie. Most of that was a fabrication. Most of that was manipulation. It was deception. So we literally got to unlearn everything that we was taught as a kid. And it's a sad reality for black folks, but that's what we got to do. We got to unlearn all of that nonsense and that garbage. And we got to actually, we got to reprogram our minds toward the truth. We got to reprogram the mind towards the truth. Sneaky, man, that I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't see that too often. I don't see that too often. I don't see and hear that too often too much, man. People are so busy these days. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just busy, so people just basically got to eat when they can eat. So a lot of times, man, like the way people's schedules are set up, like the family don't be at the crib at the same time, like as far as the natural dinner time. More than likely, somebody gonna be missing because of the way schedules are set up, man. People gotta work so hard in the wilderness of North America to earn a living out here, man. So people ain't following traditional schedules to where they able to eat at 5 or 6 o'clock. Man, 6 o'clock, man, everybody ain't at the crib. So people just eat when they can, man. That's the way of the world now. So That's an old tradition, man, for everybody, for the whole family be sitting down eating. It's rare that you had a whole family available at the same time. You know, that's a rarity. That's a rare situation. You know, that's a rare situation, man. But hey, if you can do it, then that's definitely, you know what I'm saying, that's definitely good for the mental and physical to be able to do that, to be able to eat as a family and things of that nature. So if you can, by all means, definitely do that. Definitely practice that. Definitely practice that. But then when you do that, make sure everybody eating healthy meals and healthy food and having healthy conversations and things like that, not engaging in gossip and toxicity and things like that. Make sure it's positive, make sure it's peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Make sure it's balanced and centered. And that goes for the conversation and the meal. You know, make sure everything is healthy. Make sure everything is healthy at all times, man. Like I said, whether it's the conversation, whether it's the food, you know what I'm saying? Both things should be healthy. Everything healthy, man. Like that should be the focus. Everything healthy. Because that's what we striving towards. We striving to elevate their health. We striving to elevate their health at all times, man. We always striving to take their health to the next level, man. Even if you think you healthy, I guarantee you it's places where you could do better and be better. Guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? So we never getting complacent. We never remaining content, things of that nature. We always striving to grow. We always striving to elevate. We always striving to ascend and just be better than we were yesterday. Be better than you were the previous day. That's what we always striving to do. That's how we always striving to be and live. You know what I'm saying? That's what the focus always is and always should be. Just to be better, man. Improve. Growth and development. That's what it's all about. Evolution. Like the only thing constant is change. So we gotta embrace that. We gotta embrace that reality. Embrace it. Oh yeah, Hebrew, man, for sure, man. We gotta definitely reprogram that mind though. Like everything starts with the reprogramming of the mind. We gotta understand what we're dealing with, man. So again, we just gotta unlearn. We gotta detach. We gotta detach from everything that we was taught to believe as a child. Like I said, that's everything. That's pretty much everything, man. From your religion, from the way that you was eating, all of that. All of that. So we gotta be, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be mindful, man. Like I think for the most part, religion it's hard to separate from the religion for the most part. Cause you know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know, that causes a lot of problems. So the religion and the way that you eat, man, but those things you probably gonna have to separate from, man. If you grew up in a Christian household, you're gonna have to unlearn that Christianity, man, as a black person. You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do it. You grew up as a Baptist, man. You're gonna have to unlearn that. You're gonna have to unlearn that. It's harsh reality, but you're gonna have to unlearn that. Like there's no way that you could be dealing with the truth and then claim to be Christian and things of that nature. Because when you learning the truth about your culture, your history, your story, it's gonna be in conflict with Christianity. So you're not gonna be able to be that Christian when you accepting the truth about your story, your history, your ancestors. So you're gonna have to do away with it. You're gonna have to do away with it. RBG all day, my brother. Peace, peace. Nobody's method. Yeah, it impacts all of that. What you eat impacts everything. It impacts everything. Walker, my brother, peace, peace, appreciate you. It impacts everything, but they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that. Let alone believe it. Believe that it's possible to reverse these things. Believe that it's possible to reverse your mental condition via what you consume, via what you eat. They don't want you to know that that's very much so possible. Very much so possible. They do not want you to know that. They can't have you believe in that. They can't have you having hope out here. They got to kill the hope. They got to destroy the hope. They got to destroy it. Because if you have hope, it's like, man, I can change this condition or reverse this condition by changing the way that I eat. It's hope. They got to kill that. They got to tell you, nah, man, that's a myth. Nah, that's pseudoscience. That's a lie. It's this, that, it's quackery. They got to tell you all these things, man. They got to tell you it's nonsense. They got to tell you that. So you have no hope. They kill the hope, they control you. They can control you. Antonio, my brother, peace, peace. They kill the hope, they got you. You believe that there's no hope. When they tell you that you got 4 months to live, you believe it. When they tell you that you may not make, like you ain't gonna last 2-3 years with this ailment, you believe it because they done killed your hope. They done killed it by suppressing the truth. That's how they get us, man. That's how they get us all the time, man. They kill that hope, man. They kill that hope by suppressing the truth. When you start seeing that truth surface, it gives people hope. When they start seeing stories of people reversing these ailments that they suffering from, just by changing up the diet and whatnot, they like, oh my goodness, it's hope. So they got to let them know out the gate. They got to say, man, if there's anybody out here saying that vitamin D does this to the immune system, oh no, we gotta kill that. We gotta kill that. We gotta let them know that that's a myth. We gotta let them know that the science doesn't agree with that. That cannot be corroborated. But nah, they gotta let you know all that. They gotta shun it immediately. Tay, Peach Queen, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, nobody's method, man. They listen. They listen. It's a lot of reasons why they are encouraging us to eat the way that we are eating. But they know one of the things that happens, like the pineal gland. Y'all know what that called, like AKA what they call the third eye, or some people call it the first eye, whatever you want to call it. Like the answer, it's the first eye, really. But they know that eating a certain type of way, eating all these processed foods, it calcifies the pineal gland, man. So you can't tap into a lot of things, man, mentally, psychologically, when that pineal gland is calcified. Like that's messing up your melanin. Like that's messing up everything when that pineal gland is not functioning properly. So eating all these processed foods, eating all this meat, eating all this toxic food is literally calcifying your pineal gland. It's messing up the melanin. It's just messing up your function. It's messing up your day-to-day function. It's messing up your minds, distorting your mind and all of that good stuff. And they know that. They literally know that. They know that. So that's tampering with the pineal gland, the quality of the pineal gland. So when you're not able to tap into certain sources, man, when you're not able to tap into the subconscious mind, it's because the pineal gland is affected. Oh yeah, the herbs for sure. And even in the book that I was talking about earlier, man, one of the books, read it, man, I didn't read so many books, but yeah, one of the books talks about herbs and just the antioxidants. Like if you're trying to add more antioxidants into the mix, and y'all know what antioxidants is or are, like they fight the free radicals, and you know the free radicals cause all type of damage internally. So if you're trying to neutralize the free radicals, then you want to consume antioxidant-rich foods and a lot of herbs and whatnot and spices and things of that nature, like oregano, like the turmeric, like even cinnamon. Like those things have a lot of antioxidants in them. So like if you want to really, you know what I'm saying, you want to boost your antioxidant consumption, spice up your life, as they say, and add the herbs. Oh, I'll tell you now that's crazy, but it's not surprising. It's crazy, but not surprising at the same time. Because that's the way the world is headed. That's where we headed. Oh, Nick, yeah, the microbiome and vitamin K, for sure. And eat you some dark leafy greens, man. Get that spinach and kale up. Get the dark leafy green game up when talking about vitamin K and things of that nature. Get your dark leafy greens in. Tay, sea moss definitely activates your digestive system if you get the right sea moss. So it definitely activates the digestive system and it cleans you out, but that's actually pretty good. But it activates the digestive system for sure if you get some good quality sea moss. Sure, and for sure, man. You gotta stay with the herbs on deck. Stay with the herbs on deck. Z, inherently less. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they gotta promote a lifestyle in a way to where it is being calcified intensely. Frankie, you say, how do you beat procrastination, man? The best way to beat it is to just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Just stop procrastinating. That's the only way you can beat procrastination. Just stop it. Create deadlines for yourself and meet the deadline. Like, that's it. Oh yeah, Nero, yeah, like, and then people be, oh, since the FDA approved, man, the FDA didn't approve so much trash. Like, I don't care what the FDA didn't approve. Just because the FDA approves something don't necessarily mean, like, not even necessarily, don't mean that it's good for humanity. If anything, it might mean that it's more destructive. People be telling folks what the FDA approved and all that, like, oh, FDA approved it, therefore, what's y'all excuse now? That makes me more suspect. Like, that's not saying anything to me. The FDA approved it all. What's y'all excuse now? And then what y'all gonna say now? I wasn't one of the ones that was saying, oh, well, the FDA ain't approved the jab, so therefore I don't fool with it. I'm not waiting for I wasn't waiting for an FDA approval. So that's what people don't realize. I wasn't waiting for one. I don't know about everybody else. I wasn't waiting for that. Now, I wasn't waiting for no FDA approval. So when the FDA came out and approved the joint, I wasn't like, all right, this is great. The FDA approved it, therefore now it's safe. Come on now. The swine, all that type of stuff that's toxic and killing our people is approved and was approved by the FDA. Don't even get me started on things that they have approved. So that, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, that didn't do anything for me when they came out and approved it, man. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I don't trust the FDA. Yeah, nice, man. We ain't dealing with the poison. Appreciate it, man. I've been growing my hair for as long as I can remember, man. We about going on 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been growing my hair for a very long time. I've been growing my hair for a very long time, and I'm staying true to the cause. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be one of them, bro. I ain't cutting it. Staying true to the cause. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I didn't serve my time for the day, man. I got my last client for, you know what I'm saying, the afternoonish, morning, afternoon type of time. So I got to prepare this gym, get ready to run this client through the ground. Y'all know how we do it, man. We, you know what I'm saying, health is wealth and things of that nature, man. Practice what you teach. Notice I didn't say preach, but you practice what you teach. So this was a good stream, man. I appreciate donations, comments, all the good energy, all the good vibes. As always, peace. So I'm going to go ahead and tap out for the day. Definitely chop it up with y'all tomorrow for sure. So y'all be easy and enjoy the rest of this Friday, man. Get some healthy foods in, get the fruits and veggies in, get some meditation in, some affirmations, journaling, whatever it is you need to do for the mental and the physical health. Make sure you indulge in those practices, man. But I'm out. Be easy and enjoy the rest of this Friday, and I will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.